Hello everybody, my name is Hedvig. I'm an intern here in Imagilabs and I was also an Imagi girl. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to create your own project in the Imagilabs app. So the first step to creating anything is inspiration. And for me, this inspiration came from Taylor Swift's 9th album, Evermore. I decided that I would create an animation which looped through all the different tracks on the album with a corresponding animation to each one. So today I'm going to be walking you through me creating the 4th track on the album, "'Tis the Damn Season." So for this one, the lyrics is all about how a couple, or like a previous couple, get together for the Christmas evening, drive around and like re-experience their young love. So I decided I would have this little garland up top to signify that it's Christmas or the holidays. And then I would have 2 halves of a heart meeting, turning into a car because it's a lot about them driving around. And then at the end, it just switches back to the heart and then they separate, and that's like them leaving each other again. So I started with creating my color variables up top. I used some letters that weren't already in any functions that I had. Then I did a function for my garland because that was going to be in every single frame. Then I did 2 functions for each half of the heart so that I could make them move between each frame while calling them. So you can see here that I've used a variable that I call shift. So that means, and added it to the column. So that means that when I call the function with a value to shift, it will add that number to the column. So for example, in the left half, LH, it says 1 plus shift in the column brackets. And that means that if I, for example, put 1 as shift, the call value is going to be 1 plus 1, so it's 2, so it moves. And then I call the different functions, and now I'm at the point where the hearts are together, and I'm gonna make them turn into a car. So the first step was just to turn them into a rectangle, so that I remove the sort of heart shape. And to this, so that I actually keep some of the like heart shape element. Wait a bit. Okay, yeah. So for this to actually create the like heart element that's still there, I will add the little like pointy thing at the end, at the bottom of the heart. So I'm gonna do that with a for loop. So it's 2 pixels long, so I just put 2. There is another way to do this, but this is the easiest for me. It's gonna be on the last row, so row 7, and then it's gonna be 3 steps from the edge. So I just write C plus 3, and then I set it to my color variable for red. And then I've already added the frame. And so for the next bit, I'm going to be like turning it into a car shape and adding wheels. So for the wheels, I'm gonna need a new color variable. So I'm using Y because that's the letter in the word gray, and it hasn't been used in any of my color variables yet. So adding the RGB value here. And I found the RGB value using this design tool in the app. And then I write that some pixels are turning off, so I'm just setting those 2 off right now so that I have this like rounded shape at the top of the car. Then now I'm adding my wheels, so those are gonna be at each end of the of the rectangle that I've done. And set them to the color variable for gray. And set them to the color variable of gray. Yeah, and here I add another frame just so that it's a bit of a like transformation moment in the animation. Yeah, and then the last step is to add the windows. So the windows is basically just going to be a blue strip. That's going to be the back window of this car. So again, I need a color variable. This time it's for light blue. I have them written down here. Yeah, so the next one is blue. That's the color variable, and I added my RGB value, which I found through the design tool. Then I make another for loop because it's just going to be a strip of pixels. So for C column in range 4 for 4 pixels, it's going to be in row 5, and then it's 2 steps from the edge, so, or 2 pixels from the edge, so I add C2. Oh, yeah, and now I'm adding the frame for that. Now I'm just running my code. It's quite a long code, so I'm gonna have to wait for a bit to see if it actually works. Guess you can edit this out. And here it is. So, okay, so I actually, oh yeah, I forgot that I actually have to sort of clear everything. I forgot, or, yeah, so I accidentally left some pixels in there. So I'm just gonna make sure that I remove those. I think you can edit this out too, just so that it's a good project. So I'll be running my code again later, and then I guess you can just skip the part where it all goes wrong. I love those bits. Okay, I realized that there were some pixels that I had to remove because they were still there, so I removed those. And now I'm running my code. So I'm just gonna check to see that everything works. Yeah, and the heart goes together. Oh wow, and it just turns into a car. Beautiful. And yeah, so that's what I do when I create projects. So I create shortcuts for myself. So when it's an animation, I usually do functions for things that are gonna be in multiple frames and that are just gonna have like tiny elements of them changed. Because the good thing about functions is that you can add parameters and arguments that you can use to change tiny things about the code. So for example, for me it was the moving things, or just having one thing stay in its place as the garland. So now you've seen me coding my project, and you saw that I used some functions since it was an animation. I used some for loops to make coding shapes go quicker, and I used some color variables to create some fun colors within my code. So yeah, I hope you all get out there and create your own projects, and I'm really looking forward to seeing those in the Imagilabs app. Until then, bye!